Hey everyone, come on in. It's book club number 43. This is the book. This is the book. Come on in, everyone. Good to see you all. We're going to talk about how to embrace the queen energy today, what that means. So it's going to be an interesting topic. Come on in, book club number 43. Good to see you all. We are talking about a radical awakening and how to embrace the energy of Queen. Michelle, thank you. You say my book is amazing. So this is 43. I'm going to go to 52. So we have 9 more book clubs. I was just going through the book and lo and behold, I've pretty much covered everything without having an order. I didn't go much into the sexuality part of it because it's all in the book, but maybe I'll go through it in some part of this book club. But I've pretty much, in an organic way, covered everything. So in this book, I talk about developing the queen energy and what it means for us women to embrace our sovereignty. And the reason why I put it in there is because we are almost pathetic in our knee-jerk, automated, hyperbolic desperation for external validation, okay? Pathetic, okay? And why is this? This is because this is how we were conditioned. Not only are we natural nurturers, that's part of our emotional biological DNA, but it's because we were trained that knowing the other, serving the other, understanding the other is more powerful, more vital, more purposeful than honoring and validating and understanding ourselves. We've literally, if this is ourself and we were supposed to go down this path to understand ourselves, to honor who it is we are, we literally have gone this way, okay? Opposite way. Not even here where we could meet. Completely opposite. We've shut this down and gone the other way. So imagine the consequences, right? If we were at least parallel or close by or planning to meet the self, wow, what a different life we would have led. Now, this is not to enter regret or reminisce about missed opportunities. You know, I'm never about living in the past. We're here now. We're here now. We're here now. But the now is informed by the past. We must understand the past, but not to live in the past. We must understand the past in order to understand how the F we got here. So that we're not like, oh, how did I get here? Must be the evil other person. Must be my mother-in-law. Must be my damn child. So we understand the past to understand, hello, you were part of every moment, at least after the age of 22, 25. And that's how you got here. You could have changed your path at 26, 27, 28. No, I didn't. So that's how I got here. So we understand the past, not to live in it, not to drown in it, not to romanticize it. Okay, don't do that. Not to have nostalgia. Oh, remember those days when we used to walk together, holding hands? No, stop it. You're here now. Because right after you walked holding hands, you'll had a big ass fight. Okay? So we are not remembering the past for nostalgia or another escape of bypassing the pain of the present moment. We're remembering the past only to understand the present. So we have been historically raised to forget ourselves. So the self is here, we are going here. Okay? Opposite way. And because of that, we have not only lost who it is we are, there have been disastrous consequences because of it. Okay, but again, I'm not saying this to induce regret. I know I'm sounding like, do you understand what you have done? Do you understand how much time we've wasted? Do you understand what's at stake here? But have no regret. I know. I'm just like, I'm making you feel so bad. And then I'm like, no, but don't regret. This is not about being guilty. I have a friend who does this, so she'll be like, you do understand that, you just traumatized your child, but don't feel bad. I do this in all my lectures, actually the friend is me. Okay, so given that we've all led disastrously unconscious lives and gone the opposite way, now we have to chop, change it around. Okay, so that's why I write in this chapter of embracing sovereignty to embrace the queen energy. So I start this chapter by saying, for years she lived behind cowardly shadows, afraid to ruffle their feathers and anger them. Tiptoeing, she learned to walk with stealth and quiet, until one day something changed and she no longer feared them. It was here that the maid morphed into the queen. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. When the maid morphs into the queen. Okay? So what that means is not that you're some raving lunatic bitch, although nothing wrong with that, frankly, but that you are understanding that all these years that you sidestepped who you were, pretending like, oh, I don't exist. Literally we act like that. Like, I don't exist. I don't need to eat. I don't need friends. I was raised in a culture which I love, by the way, and if my mother stops doing this, in case she hears this, I'll be really upset. So, Mom, don't listen to this. In my culture, the women, at least till her generation, I think it's ended with me, in her generation and beyond, they don't sit at the table till everyone eats, okay? So we get hot food. The big puris that you make in India. Now you can only eat them hot. That's why I don't want my mother to suddenly radically awaken. Okay? This is not for you, Mom. It's too late for you. So you get like hot food and hot. So the idea that I would even ask my mother to sit at the table, it was not even conceivable. Her role was to make me hot puris. Okay? So I'm joking here, but really it's so pathetic. But we so loved it, so it's like a double-edged sword. But it's the idea that she doesn't exist. She doesn't need to eat. And we all were okay with it. We're like, it's okay. You can eat later. We need to eat hot puris, okay? And all mothers that I was raised around, they come to the table. Oh, no. And you know what they say? Oh, we get happiness from watching you eating. They're not eating the leftovers because they made so much food. There's enough for them, but they're eating later. All the fat children eat first, okay? And the fat husbands. So I'm just generically stereotyping, but it happens a lot. So what I'm trying to say, people, is the mentality that I don't exist, right? So you may not have been raised in India, and don't be thinking that you're so superior, like you're not like those typical Indian women. All you Western women have some patheticism as well, okay? Which shocked me because I'm thinking Western women can't be pathetic, but they are in their own way, right? So in your own way, you are, okay? You may not just be in such a blatantly ridiculous way like we Indian women are, but in your own way, you are, okay? So because we have decided that we don't exist, now we need to work even harder to at least sit at the table, right? I'm not saying go sit at the head. I'm not saying burn the table down. I'm not saying tell everybody, vamos, vamos, it's my turn, only me at the table. But can we at least sit at the damn table, right? So we have to put ourselves there. We have to place ourselves at the table. Nobody is going to give us, oh, what do you think? And then wait for our answer, We need to assert, we need to claim, we need to own, we need to be present to ourselves. For years of having abdicated our power, absconded and divorced our control over our own destiny, it is now all the more imperative that we understand there is no benefit to doing that crap except raising entitled, fat little apathetic lazy children, okay? Like there is no benefit to that, okay? Yes, We used to all tell my mom, oh, you're such a good cook and you're so nice. Do you really want to be called nice? Like you want that on your tombstone? She was nice? No, really. Today I was in a podcast with Kate Northrup, my dear friend, and she had the audacity to tell me, you're not nice. And I was like, she's right. But for years, I played to the tune and wanted the trophy of the nicest girl in the world, right? You do too. It's in our subconscious, okay? So our reconditioning, our new way has to be to burn that tombstone, to dismantle it, to crush it. The tombstone that says, she died so nice. She died such a nice woman. Her life was to be the nicest woman. Burn it, kill it, destroy it. You don't want to be nice. Because what nice means, really at the core, and it's in my book, niceness is putting other people first. You can be kind, you can be generous, you can be compassionate, but nice? What is nice? Nice is when other people call you nice for what? What is being nice? Being sweet. What is being sweet? Is not ruffling feathers, is not pissing people off, right? So you need to understand that you are attached to this idea of being nice. You are attached to being the good girl. You are attached to pretending as if other people come first. Actually, if you think about it, it's ridiculous, right? That other people come before this being. Who's in charge of this being? Who does this body count on? It counts on this mind. Who does this mind count on? This mind, this heart. Who does this heart count on? Our consciousness. Who do you think is going to take care of this if not you? Your parents? You saw what a bad job they did of that already. They couldn't do much. Your partner? Okay, your partner can be lovely, but they cannot fix you, they cannot heal you, they cannot take care of this. This can only be taken care of by you. So if you're taking care of everyone else beautifully, or trying really hard, but not taking care of yourself, you are lying, you're betraying, you are enacting a great act of war against yourself. Because this is your first responsibility. This. Now, along with this can be 10 other people, but this has to be on the table. So this is what it's called to enter your sovereign power. To understand that the love we get from ourselves, I write in my book, A Radical Awakening, the love we get from ourselves is more valuable than the love we receive from another. This is key. The feeling we get when we honor ourselves needs to be more of a bejeweled treasure than the feeling we get when another honors us. When we arrive at the place where our own self-approval and self-validation matter more than that of others, we turn to ourselves for guidance, for wise counsel. Instead of calling a friend, we call on our inner self. When we are sad, we accompany ourselves on a journey inward to discover the reason. When we are happy, we celebrate ourselves and experience great inner pride without the need for outer approval. When I speak of the queen, I speak of the awakened queen, one who works from her heart as well as from her mind. She's the archetype of a woman who is no longer apologetic about her inner right to take up space and hold court. She is no longer ambivalent about her capacity to contribute and make a difference. She is no longer afraid to shine. She is fully and irrevocably aware of her worth and no longer cowers in the shadows, afraid to display herself as boldly as she desires. When we remember our own true worth by channeling our inner queen, we are able to separate who we are from another's beliefs about us. This stepping into worth is a key ingredient in our growth. It is what the queen does with ease. So this is what we're talking about, a queen. Entering into your queen power, entering into your queen energy, what that means, why it's so important, especially for us women, because we've spent years in a fog, acting like our virtue is to put other people first, acting as if that is a sacredly noble thing to do, when it's actually just BS conditioning. It's a conditioned way to be. It's not true. There are no points in wherever you're going in the afterlife for being nice. No. There are great points in the present moment for being authentic. So what are you going to be? What do you want on your tombstone if you have one? She was nice, or she lived her life her way authentically to the fullest. Decide how you want to live your life and bring it into the present moment. This is the moment where the future begins to manifest itself. There is no future. Everything is happening right now. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining my book club. I'll see you when I see you. We were talking about a radical awakening. Buy it for your sisters.